are now watching WhoDooTV.
A new Spawn crossover, which was the Spawn Witchblade crossover. We did one 20 years ago, and it did really well in the heyday of Image comic books when things were lots of superhero stuff. That's not there so much. I'm starting to make a little bit of a personal concentrated effort to try and build out the Spawn verse, if you will, so that there's more than just him walking around. I mean, we talked about it years ago when we first started. I don't know if you guys remember, a dragon would pop up or somebody from a young blood or whatever, but we never sort of got as coordinated as we ever wanted to. But crossovers are fun, right? At times they can just be sort of fun. There's a couple things with the book that's going to happen. Number one, there's a technology that you can use. Brian Haverland's doing the bulk of the artwork, and he's super tech savvy. There's a way where you can now build models and then output them and pose them and put them on pages so that you're using the same frames on all of them, which what that means to the layman reading the book, it will look exactly the same in all the panels. No matter what angle you shoot, you don't have to reinvent the drawing, right? I can't say that every angle I did of Spider-Man or Spawn is exactly a mirror of what something else is. So no matter if the head is a half an inch or it's a full page splash, it's using the same design exactly, page in and page out. And that's going to be the same for the Witchblade character. Part two, and we didn't really talk about it because, again, I was speeding along and I had a bunch. At the end of all of this, which I didn't get into, the medieval Spawn character is going to get pushed into today, a modern time, and he's going to get. So I'm going to retweak his origin and give him a new name, and he's going to become a new character. I don't think it makes any sense to build out a universe and have everybody's first name be Spawn, right? Aqua Spawn, Viking Spawn, some Spawn. So they're gonna get rewired so they become their own characters, and then I'll probably start them off as a mini series at some point. That's down the road a little bit, but to me, it's just building out my Avengers, if you will. So I sort of see him as my Thor, and always have that's coming in there. So. There would be that component to it. It'd be sort of the origin of this guy getting kicked off into modern time. Brian also showed, I don't know if you guys saw some of that augmented stuff, right? There's stuff you can do now that, I mean, it used to be a little more complicated. Remember, they wanted us to do stuff, but now it's pretty simple. Once you have it, you just have to turn on your phone and lay it over, and you get animation. So there's time and effort that goes into having to do that, which is why a lot of people aren't doing a lot of it, because nobody's figured out how to spend the time and effort to do it and then get the money back that it takes to actually do it. But if nothing else, there's a fun factor that it'd be there. We'll see how it goes. And then there's just this silly stuff that, to me, is almost every digital should have, which is you saw where you can scroll and you can get the process, right? So you can go, oh, there's the pencils, there's the inks, there's the colors, there's the letters, there's the script. There, and the thing that something like that is good for is that people who have any intention of ever considering to break into the comic industry, it'll show them what all these pieces mean. Because short of going to a convention sometimes and being able to talk to somebody, sometimes people don't sort of know how to break these things down until they actually see it themselves. I mean, obviously there's lots of examples now you can see on the internet. But this would just be, oh, that page was 5 steps, right? That could be one person doing it all, or it could be, historically, it's usually 5 people doing the 5 steps: a writer, a penciler, inker, colorist, and a letterer. So that'd be fun in that part. So that was project number 1. Brian Holguin is writing it. He did a bunch of Spawn and did the Kiss Psycho Circus years ago with me. and he's got sort of an interesting brain around him.
Hey, if you like this video, be sure to hit the like button below.
There's also that subscribe button down there too. Make sure you punch that. We'd appreciate it. Follow us at Twitter at WhoDooTV, also on Facebook.
Yeah, and we'd like to thank our friends over at OutrightGeekery.com. Be sure to check them out. They got all sorts of nerdy stuff on there.
Links down in the description. Thank you for watching WhoDooTV. We appreciate you guys.